line in my belt, draped in the cloth of Brunswick's pelt. I conquer all that's in my path, my genocide, I'll fear my wrath. Nuzlocke.
Okay, I went to bed, and I woke up, and I immediately started playing again, because that is how dedicated I am. This Genocide Nuzlocke has become not a game, but a lifestyle for me. It has consumed my entire existence, and that's just how I want it. Okay, so, moving right along, putting the ugly business of Stuart's untimely death behind us. My strategy going into the next gym. Okay, Elesa is electric type. 2 of her Pokemon have static. They're gonna paralyze me. That's really bad. I don't have any I don't have any cherry berries that could help with paralysis, so that's fucked. What are my options? Alright, I've got Pen. She's limber. She's immune to paralysis. That's fine. Okay. I spent so long before bed last night looking at all my Pokemon and trying to figure out strategies. I realized Whipstitch has guts, meaning that if he gets a status effect, like paralysis, his attack goes up by 50%. Now, being paralyzed is probably more bad than having an attack boost 50% is good, but it's still something, and I'm gonna need every advantage I can get to counter that paralysis thing. Because again, no fucking cherry berries. Kinda shitty. The game gives you fucking berries and items. I mean, it's given me all kinds of... There's a bunch of paralyzed heals lying around Nimbasa City. Why isn't there any kind old man to come out of his garden and say, hey son, here's a cherry berry. They say that you need them around here for some reason. I don't know what kids see, this Pokemon battling, but they're wild about these cherry berries these days. Ever since Elesa moved into the gym down the street. I don't understand the connection between those two things because I'm an old man and oblivious to the world around me, and I don't care about real life. But I don't know why they don't do that here, but I'm fucked. The point is, the game has fucked me. I'm 100% fucked. Yeah, I think I'm at a bigger disadvantage going into this gym. This is gonna be the toughest one yet. I have less to work with than I have at any of the previous gyms. It's gonna be fucking dangerous. Whipstitch, he's gonna have to get in there, basically get himself paralyzed, and then just hammer him down. And maybe I'll give him the scope lens or something to, maybe hope and pray that he gets a lucky crit and maybe takes down Emolga or something. I don't know. So, yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be Whipstitch and pen name. And then for my third, 12 has pretty good typing. He's fighting type, so he'll be resistant to some of their dark type moves. That's fine. Crack has a stab boosted return, which I'm gonna teach return to Whipstitch too. And at max friendship, return has a power of 102, which is pretty fantastic. Almost OP, I would say. So, yeah, with that, yeah, Crack might be a good third choice. Now, also, I've got the TM for Dig, but I looked up, okay, I fucking delved deep into this shit, right? I looked at the in-game math formulas and algorithms, and I did all the calculations, trying to determine which would be better, max friendship, return, or Dig. And it turns out they're almost exactly the same. Okay, it's more complicated than this, but the basic thrust of it is, Dig has power 80, and on a normal type Pokemon has no stab bonus, but it would be doubly effective against an electric type. So basically, 80 times 2 is 160. Versus, return, power 102 at max friendship, stab bonus is times 1.5, giving you 153. So they come out almost equal. And, alright, Dig's got the thing where it gives you the invincibility turn for a round, but that also gives the enemy time to, I don't know, maybe switch out with Volt Switch if they want. I don't know if the extra round between attacks for Dig is a good thing or a bad thing. Probably a net 0 on balance. Also, Elisa's Emolga is flying type, so it would be immune to Dig. So even though Dig would be slightly more damaging, I'm kind of leaning towards just... I'm probably not going to bother with Dig. I don't think it's statistically more advantageous than Return, so I'm probably just going to have Stab Boosted Return on Whipstitch and Crack, due to the insane damage it does at High Friendship. By the way, you might be wondering why I'm biking up and down this friendly little boulevard, and the answer is I'm grinding Friendship. I've got the Soothe Bell on Crack, so I can get him up to max Friendship and get that Return as powerful as it can possibly be. I also need Friendship to evolve John, so, you know... This is Nuzlocking, folks. Look at it. Look at it! This is the ugly truth. This is the ugly truth that professional Nuzlockers don't want you to see. Other fucks might edit this out. Other fucks might not show this part of the Nuzlocke process, but not me, because I'm real, because I'm indie, because I keep it raw and fresh and fucking and you deserve it, you idiots watching, you deserve this. And I mean that in both because you're beautiful people and you deserve the truth, and also because you suck and I hate you, and I'm gonna make you watch. I had to do this. I had to bike up and down the street for an hour, and so you've got to live it with me. You've got to share my lived experience. I discovered something interesting. Looking at all of the gym leaders and Elite Four in this game, I realized that every single gym leader's Pokemon is their gender, and the only exception is one of the Elite Four. Hang on, let me check his name real quick. Grimsley, the only trainer in this game who with Pokemon that doesn't match their gender is Grimsley. He's a man and he has female Pokemon. Why is that, I wonder? I have no idea. But I think it's pretty cool. I mean, that's gotta be deliberate, right? Like, that can't just be an accident. As I said, I woke up and started Nuzlocking first thing today, and my head is in the game, and I'm sitting here at my drawing table with my laptop on it, hunched over, naked, wrapped in a blanket, and that's it. It's just like in my theme song that Digi just got me today, wrapped in the draped in the cloth of Brunswick's pelt. That's how I feel right now. I'm just like a fucking wild man. I'm less than human right now, and that's exactly what you need, you know. In this Pokemon world, you gotta embrace your baser instincts in order to bring about true fucking change. True, you know, kill all the Pokemon is what I'm saying. You gotta I'm wearing Brunswick's pelt because you gotta be a Pokemon if you wanna beat the Pokemon. You gotta beat the Pokemon at their own game. Yeah, they're tricky customers. You gotta get into their heads. You know, it's like you're a great detective. You gotta get into the criminal's head. You know, you gotta think like a criminal. All Pokemon are criminals. They're all. I've passed judgment on them all, and they've all earned a death sentence. They all gotta hang it at noon, at high noon tomorrow. And I'm swinging the gavel and passing sentence, and it feels good, man. Sandile's got Intimidate. I'm Jelly. I think Herdier can have Intimidate, but it doesn't. It's got fucking Sand Rush. What a piece of shit. It could have had Intimidate as a Stoutland, but now it won't, and isn't that just lovely? You know, I was happy to have Pickup before, but now it's shit. Shit. God fucking damn it. Permanently crippled. Just a permanently inferior Stoutland. It's still probably one of my best pokes, but it's just a little worse than it would have been. God, that intro rap Digi made. I asked him if he'd do it, and he got it back to me in like half an hour. I was shocked, and then I listened to it, and you know I was like, oh man, I hope it doesn't suck, so that if it sucks, then I'll have to have, you know, asked him to make it and then not use it, and that would be awkward. But no, it's fucking incredible. It's it's so good that it hypes me up and it makes me, you know, it makes me want to make this series the best that it can be. Because if my Nuzlocke sucks, then it's a waste of a great jingle, a great rap tune. So I can't let that happen. I've gotta, you know, I've gotta live up to it. Oh man. Draped in the cloth of Brunswick's pelt. What a fucking great line. I asked him about it, and he said he didn't think of it until he needed something to rhyme with belt, and then he just kind of pulled it out of nowhere. You know, that's art for you, I guess. It evolves. It evolves as it is made, just like a Pokemon. You know, art is like a Pokemon, you know? You start out and you're like, hey, maybe I'll just have a little fucking, maybe I'll just have a little, Mudkip here, but by the time you're done making it, sometimes you end up with a Swampert, is that what it becomes? I think Mudkip becomes Swampert. Man, I really don't like the Gen 3. Is it Gen 3? Is Mudkip Gen 3? I really don't like the Gen 3 starters. They're all pretty dumb. Especially Blaziken. Man, fuck Blaziken. He looks like a Digimon. It sucks. He looks just like Garudamon. He's basically just Fire Lucario, and it's the worst. God, I fucking hate. I mean, I don't hate him as much as I hate Lucario, because Nintendo doesn't fucking shove him down your throat as hard, but he's still terrible. And I mean, and Sceptile and Swampert, I mean, they're not as offensive, but they're still pretty shit, and I don't like them. Their starter forms are fine. Torchic and Mudkip and Trico are all pretty sweet looking, especially Torchic, I think. Torchic's real cute. Too bad he turns into the humanoid abomination that is Blaziken. What is Assurance? What is supposed to be happening with Assurance? It deals extra damage if you've already taken damage that turn. First of all, what effects even would deal you damage at the beginning of the turn? I guess if you used a recoil move and you were faster, but there's got to be a more general case where Assurance does its thing than that, right? There must be. And then but like what am I meant to be envisioning when Assurance happens? Like Pursuit, I like the Pokemon tries to leave, but you sort of like pursue it like back and get one last like swipe at it before it gets away. I get that. Assurance, it's like a big purple hand, and you're like reassuring them. So is it like, okay, here's what I think Assurance is. The Pokemon has just taken some damage, right? Like it's just been hurt this turn, and he's like, oh man, ow, oh that hurt. And so you, dark type enemy that you are, sidle up to them, being sleazy and stuff, and you're like, hey, don't worry about it, buddy, things will get better, and you fucking smack them on the back, like reassuringly, but way too hard, and it hurts really bad. And like, because they're already feeling emotionally, you know, fragile because they just took some damage on their turn, like it just makes them feel even worse, and so it deals them damage, and it makes them feel bad because you smacked them and it hurt, and they can't say anything because you were pretending to be a nice guy, you were pretending to reassure them, but you weren't. You knew it. You knew exactly what you were doing, you dark type son of a bitch, you piece of shit. Fuck you, Sandile. You're a bad friend and an emotionally manipulative, and now you're dead. Good thing you're extinct. I've done a great thing here today. Oh shit. A Sigilif. You know, I would be sad that I didn't catch one of these guys, because fucking look at it. But, you know, I've got John, and he's the same type combination, so... God. Just look at it, though. It's crazy. It's almost too crazy. I don't know if I love it or hate it. Oh no. Oh dear. Critical hit? No! This Pokemon world is truly horrifying. This can't keep happening. We can't keep letting such such horrifying beings run rampant in Unova. Something's gotta change, and I am that something. Oh good, another fucking demon. Another desert beast. Go, Whipstitch. Cleanse this unholy creature. With a sucker punch! Oh, it failed. Sucker punch! Yeah, boy. Got him. Ah, fuck, again. Oh no. I'm scared. Okay, okay. Sucker punch! Do it for me one more time, Whipstitch. Sucker punch. God damn it, no, you fucked. You fucked it up, Whipstitch. Wait a minute, did I did. I misspelled Whipstitch. I forgot the T. Fuck! There we go. Just enough space. Perfect. Okay, so critical hits. Now, here's some critical hit statistical analysis. Correct me if I'm wrong about any of this, any math whizzes out there, but I think I'm right. Okay, so a critical hit in Gen 5 is just a flat doubling of damage. So what that means, as a consequence of that, the percentage chance of a critical hit occurring is equivalent to the statistical increase in damage dealt. So a move that has, 6.25% chance of critting, that chance increases the average damage dealt by the move by that same amount, 6.25%. So critical hit chance and increasing the crit chance by a certain percentage also increases the average damage. Statistically, also increases the average damage by that same percentage. That's the assumption I'm going with. I'm pretty sure it's correct. Holding the scope lens by itself would increase normal crit chance from 6.25 to 12.5. So from 1 in 16 to 1 in 8, so it doubles it. And giving a total damage increase of 6.25%. Using focus energy would increase it from 6.25 to 25, giving a total increase in damage of about 18.75% damage increase. Okay. And using both holding, okay, so if I'm holding the scope and then I use the focus energy, then that increases my crit chance from, let me see here, from 12.5 to 33.3. Oh, meaning an increase. Oh, I gotta get off this bike. Meaning an increase in total damage output, 20.8. Huh. So, in fact, holding the scope lens makes focus energy even better. Oh, but you know what? You know what I forgot? The Silk Scarf just gives a flat 20% damage bonus. Anyway, so yeah, definitely the Silk Scarf is gonna be better for increasing damage than the scope lens. I think the odds are just slightly in favor of me not using focus energy and basically just going in and spamming return. So, based on my assumption that he won't last more than 5 rounds, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going with that strategy. It's really too bad about that Zebstrika having Flame Charge, otherwise I would definitely go... Otherwise I would go for Chris in a second, but... If Chris is out and Zebstrika comes out, I basically have to switch immediately. I can't risk having Chris out for even 1 round against Zebstrika. Maybe I should consider 12 instead of Pen. I mean, they're... One of the things that recommends Pen is that she resists dark attacks, but so does 12. So I guess they're even in that regard. So I guess the thing Pen has up on Yeah, Pen has up on 12 that she has Limber and will resist paralysis, but her damage output is so bad. I mean, she's got Thief, which can take the berry off of the Zebstrika. I mean, that's something. And she's also got Fake Out, which is basically free damage, but probably only once. She's got Pursuit, which in theory would be a very good attack, but only if they actually use Volt Tackle. If for whatever reason she decides not to use very many Volt Tackles, then it's no good. And also, it's only going to work on... She's only slower than Zebstrika, and even against him, Pursuit would be a bad move. If he doesn't use Volt Tackle. Ah, jeez. I'm suddenly not so sure about Pen. Would it be worth trying to poison them with Lucas? Is that a good strategy? I mean, would that be worth it? If I poison their whole team, they'd be pretty fucked, but I'd still have to outlast them. Huh. Would a Trubbish might it be worth using Trubbish instead of Pen or 12? There's a question. Yo, check out this trick I found. Look at it. Look at it, I can make it jump. If I tap it on the touchscreen, I can make it jump around. Jump around! Jump around! Like that hit song by The Beatles. Jump around. Well, I'm bored. Okay, I'm gonna give Lucas a shot. I'm gonna go train him up to like 26, and maybe by then I will have some feeling for if he's got the most, or if he's nothing but a ghost, because I'm gonna take him out back and shoot him. Yes. Toxic Spikes. Oh, fuck, this changes everything. Lucas has Toxic Spikes. That means that if they use Volt Switch, they'll come in and get poisoned, and then they'll stay poisoned. Toxic Spikes. That's it. I have to use Toxic Spikes. That's perfect. That is the perfect move for this battle. Okay, so... This is fantastic. I'm so glad I decided to check out Lucas. Okay. Time to train him. Oh, and even better, I don't think Sludge makes contact, so he won't have to worry about static. Yeah, Lucas, my boy, you're doing it! You're doing it! Okay. Lucas is a huge development. This changes everything. I'll probably start out with Lucas. I'll probably have to give him the Eviolite so he can stay out for a while. Oh, I'll give him Poison Spikes, Sludge. I'll give him Venoshock. I have the TM for Venoshock. Yes. Oh, fuck yes. Alright, so it looks like it's gonna be... Plan right now. Lucas, followed by... Lucas followed by Whipstitch, followed by Crack. Yeah, okay. Pen and 12 are out. Fuck 'em. Only it's a bit of a drag because Lucas, as a poison type, is weak to ground attacks, so everything around here is gonna be super effective against him, so training him would be dangerous. I'll probably just try and squeeze as much as I can out of their experience share. Maybe I'll go somewhere lower level to train him. I don't want to risk him. Please don't Psybeam again. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, that could be bad. No, it's okay. Oh, Crack. Scared me, buddy. I'd kind of like to use Joseph against the psychic types here, but he's only level 19. Something terrible could happen. I like ground as a subtype. I don't like any pure ground Pokemon that I can think of anyway. But things that the things that are dual type, but one of them is ground, like, Nidoking, Steelix is steel ground, right? I don't know, but Mamoswine, I don't know, ground is a cool thing to combo with for whatever reason. But not pure ground types, just like things that live in dirt. Diglett, fucking phenomenal. Oh, and Flygon, another awesome dual-type ground. Although Trapinch is pure ground, and Trapinch is wicked cool. Trapinch is wicked cool even on its own. I don't know. Just the fact that it looks like a weird, gross bug. You know what Trapinch reminds me of? Trapinch reminds me of the form of the terminal core in Fooly Cooly Episode 6. Like, after it becomes complete and it sort of turns into this weird monster blob before recombining with the hand. Looks a lot like Trapinch. For a moment, at least. Oh no, Bide. My worst fucking nemesis. Not a problem. What are all these non-ground rock sand type Pokemon doing hanging out in this deadly sandstorm? The sandstorm deals them 1/16 of their health every round. They should be dead in minutes. It defies logic. I guess because I find them in the deep sand, so I guess they're, I don't know, hiding under the sand, like literally they just bury themselves and then wait for some passing trainer to kick them by accident, and then they stand up and say, "Oh, time to fight," and then they die. Oh my god. All that friendship training, all that friendship grinding was worth it. John is evolving. Thank you, EXP Share. I don't think I've ever used you in a battle, but now you're evolving. You're gonna be a grown-up, strong bat boy, John. Buddy, you made it. You fucking made it to adulthood. Welcome, John the Swoobat, and it looks way worse than Woobat. Woobat is about 1,000,000 times cooler looking, but you know, let's not dwell on that. Let's keep moving forward in this genocide quest we're on. That's, you know, you gotta stay focused on the positives in life, like Poke murder. Like this Sandile here, he was supposed to be extinct. I extincted his entire species before, and yet here he is. But, you know, now is the chance. Now I've got a chance to make right what I had previously failed. Ah, critical hit. Satisfying. Ugh. Gothita. That reminds me, the worst thing about this game. Found one silk scarf. Did he take it? You fucking better not. The worst thing about this playthrough is that I wish I had picked black instead of white, because in black you can get a fucking Gothita, and in white you can't. And I fucking love Gothitelle is the final evolution. I fucking love the Goth Pokemon. I wish I could get one. I wish I could have one on my team. They're so fucking cool, but I can't. And I've made my bed, and now I've just got to lie in it with my hot girlfriends from all across the game, like this one, Psychic Dua. I like her. She seems determined. Girlfriend, bam. But unfortunately, I won't lie in bed with Gothitelle, because it's white. It's white version, and I would fuck that goth Pokemon. I mean, some people like Gardevoir. That's fine. I don't know. The goth Pokemon, they're just so bizarre. I don't know. They're just all black and white and purple. I mean, they're really stupid looking. They're really goofy, but in a way that really speaks to me. Maybe it's just reminds me of being a high school goth and wearing fucking Hot Topic bondage pants all the time, like a fucking asshole, you know. Yes. It's not embarrassing when the Pokemon do it, because that's just how they look. You can't judge them for that. It's not a choice. And thank God for that. Yeah, instead of Gothitelle, I get Solosis, which is, I don't know. I guess I kind of like the idea of like a weird little like embryo bubble Pokemon. It's kind of cool, but it just looks stupid. I don't really like it. But I'll probably get one, and that's fine. It's also gonna learn Stockpile and Swallow. Two moves I've never even heard of before. But Stockpile and Swallow would help it. It would help it stay out there in battle and last. If it, it could like, it could put out Toxic Spikes, Stockpile like twice, and then Swallow, and probably be back to full health. But I really want it to have Venoshock, but then it has barely any. It would have barely any. I'd like it to have Sludge so it could poison even without the Toxic Spikes activating. I mean, Venoshock would just could whittle him down with Venoshock while he stockpile. I don't know. That would require having him out there for like so many turns. Stockpiling, Venoshocking, and then swallowing. Seems really risky. I really like Stockpile and Swallow, but are they safe? Is that a safe strategy? Unsure. You know what? Yeah, I'll get rid of Acid Spray and Double Slap. I'm not going to use Double Slap. I'm definitely not going to use Acid Spray. At least not in this battle. Acid Spray could be good later, but fuck it. I want Stockpile, and I want Stockpile and Swallow because it's cool and I like it, and I'm yeah. That's it. Fucking battle decided. All right, Fly is pretty much totally superior to Air Cutter, so looks like John, you're my flyer now. I'm gonna be riding your ass all over Unova. I'm gonna be traveling in style as I I'm just gonna be up on John, flying around, looking down from on high, and if I see any fucking Pokemon, any single Pokemon, I will descend upon them with a fury, with holy wrath from above, and just descend and smash. Just smash them to smithereens. That's my dream. Okay, so, upon further consideration, my Lucas plan does have a couple of weaknesses. For one, Toxic Spikes. Oh, is this going to be super effective? No. Toxic Spikes will not work against Emolga because it's flying type. That's alright, because if I send Lucas out first, then Emolga will be out, and so Emolga won't be the one switching in, it'll be one of the other two. So that's acceptable. Other than that, yeah, for my fourth slot, so I decided on, an Audino. How nice. For the fourth slot, I have to choose between Sludge and Venoshock. And Toxic Spikes will poison anything that comes out automatically. So if something does switch out, and I've got Venoshock, I can probably one-shot them with Venoshock, or pretty close to it anyway. But if nothing comes out, then I have no way to actually poison them. Sludge was my own. I mean, Sludge only has a 30% chance of doing it, but that's still better than nothing. If I only have Venoshock, I can't actually poison anything. I would have to whittle them down with Venoshock, and only once they actually switch and become poisoned by the spikes would the Venoshock effect come into effect. Now, I mean, Venoshock's not a bad ability. It's pretty good. It's like 65 power plus stab. Sludge would be better, but man, if I can get a poisoned opponent out against me while I have Venoshock, it's just over for them. I mean, Venoshock is the high risk, high reward option. I think Venoshock is probably the better option. I mean, I doubt Emolga will even survive 3 Venoshocks, so even without the boost from poison. So after 2, it's going to be in a position where it has to either switch or it dies. So, I think it'll only take 2 rounds for them to switch and get out an opponent and get hit by the Toxic Spikes and get a poison one in there for Venoshock to do its work on. I think Venoshock is the way to go. Which I could be wrong, it might take more than that. Lucas isn't exactly a super strong attacker. Pretty cool that I managed to steal that black sludge off the Grimer, though. It's making grinding Lucas up a lot more bearable. Although I guess I could have used leftovers instead. But it feels cooler to use black sludge. It's, you know, thematic. If I can just get one enemy down, if I can just get out toxic spikes, knock one guy out, or get him to switch, then as soon as that happens, it'll set up a chain reaction wherein someone will switch out, get poisoned, Venoshock destroys them, and then the next guy switches out and the same thing happens. So maybe the thing to do then is to toxic spikes and then immediately start stockpiling. Does toxic spikes stay in effect after it poisons one guy, or would I have to lay out a second one? I think it stays in effect, but I'll have to check. If I could poison his whole team with toxic spikes, that would just be... that would be so good. I'm feeling real good about this Lucas plan. Let me ask a purely hypothetical question. Would it be creepy if, say, a man, you know, a mature, you know, well actualized, you know, man of sound mind and body, found the idea of using a slap attack on an Audino to be vaguely arousing? I mean, hypothetically, if someone were titillated by the mental image, or by the thought of just viciously slapping, you know, that pink, soft, pliable body, and I mean, just look at that waist to hip, look at that shoulder to hip ratio. Look at the wide berth on that thing. Look at its consistency of its flesh. I mean, the thing might as well just be entirely just made of ass. You know, just all ass. Just a fat, you know, pliable ass cheek, just waiting to be just viciously slapped around by by some enterprising fighting type Pokémon, say. Would that be creepy? I'm just asking questions for curiosity's sake. Don't answer. You know what? Just don't worry about it. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care about the answer to that question. Let's continue. Okay, I feel really confident in this Trubbish plan. In fact, almost too confident. I feel like I could probably sweep it. I could probably sweep Elesa with just Lucas. Unless something goes terribly wrong, I'd say that's what I expect to happen. So, time to fight all the trainers around Nimbasa and get everyone up to 28, and then it'll be gym time. Well played, Joseph. Joseph's strategy now is use Will-O-Wisp, burn him, give him that burn status effect, halves their physical attack, and then once they have it, then Hex does... I mean, it says it does massive damage in the attack description. It's not really doing that massive against this guy, but it's probably the best option. I assume it's his strongest attack under that circumstance. Yeah, says while they've got a status effect, its power is 130, so that girder must have just been really fucking strong, I guess. A lost X-Transceiver. They're pretending they're a dude named Yancey. And out of game, I'm supposed to not know, because I can only read the text, even though in-game I would totally know it's a girl, because I should be able to hear it, and I know that it's actually Nancy, who is my girlfriend. Haha, again, I've seen her. She's pink. I like it. 10 out of 10. The girlfriend pile doesn't stop from getting taller. Alright, a Flaffy. Yep, just keep lowering my speed even when you're already faster than me. That's what I like to see. Oh. I won a Pokemon battle, and my reward is I get a Ferris ride with a beauty. Girlfriend number, what is this even now? 50? 100? It doesn't matter. You know, after a while, they all just blend together into one meta girlfriend. Yes, and that's what I'm after. I'm after just a sort of blended girlfriend consciousness. What the just look straight at me. Holy shit. She's serious about this. She's serious about this date we're on. Well, so am I. What the heck? Who is this person? You know, I started this Pokemon journey as a quest for genocide against all Pokemon in Unova, but, you know, if I happen to make a little girlfriend or two along the way, well, who could say no to that, am I right, fellas? So I was debating whether I should give Whipstitch the scope lens or the bright powder. Scope lens increases a crit chance by about 6.25% from 6.25 to 12.5. Bright powder increases evasion by 10%. So that's a question of a 6.25% statistical damage increase versus a statistical decrease in damage decrease of 10. So I think the bright powder is the way to go for that. I think bright powder's gonna be more likely to be advantageous. So I'm gonna give him the bright powder. That's my decision. Whipstitch with the bright powder, Crack with the silk scarf, and Lucas with the Eviolite. Here's a thing: that Ferris wheel ride. The person you go on it with depends on the season and on which character you are, whether you're a boy or a girl. If you're a boy, it's always a girl. But if you're a girl, 3 out of 4 seasons it's a boy, but in winter, it's a girl. Those are the facts. I present them to you without further comment. Okay. This runway gym is pretty cool. I would say it is a distant second for coolest gym to Roxy's dingy bar. If it wasn't for that, I would say I would be really impressed by this one, but I'm not. Oh, we got some strong boys in here. Level 27 Elekid. Fuck. I forgot. I'm so hesitant to give up Sludge. I know Venoshock is the strategy, but I just don't wanna. Ah, shit. Oh, a critical hit? Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Maybe I'll switch him. Yeah, I gotta switch him. I mean, there's no way Elekid has Pursuit. Right? Go, Whipstitch, get paralyzed and use Guts, it'll be great. You're more used to me paralyzed than unparalyzed, you idiot. What the fuck? This guy's a powerhouse! Oh dear. That wasn't so bad. Come on, Flaffy, you'll paralyze me, right? You got Thunder Wave, right? Sucker Punch! Oh, God. Oh, he's charging. Charging her laser, as the meme goes. I'm just gonna keep sucker punching. You'll activate it eventually. Thank you. Got him. They cheer for me. Yeah, this gym's pretty cool. You know, That black sludge is pretty good, especially if I'm gonna be, turtling with stockpile. Could it be better than the Eviolite? I don't know. That Eviolite is really solid. Eviolite's probably safer. Eviolite will protect me against an unlucky crit, whereas black sludge won't. Okay, Venoshock does not do very much. Yep, the weak point in my plan is gonna be hoping that I can get Emolga to actually switch out. If she does, then I win. If she doesn't, and she whittles down Lucas, then I might have to switch him out, and my whole plan will fall apart, and I'll have to, ooh, a critical hit, you son of a bitch, and then I'll have to fall back on, Whipstitch and Crack. I think they can get the job done, but it'll be tricky. Lol, killed itself with takedown recoil. What a noob, what a nerd. What is she even doing here? She's not a pro trainer. Yes, cheer me on. Just like all my YouTube subscribers are cheering right now, watching me utterly dominate the Nimbasa gym. Yes, do cheer on, viewers. Cheer and be cheered by me. I just realized that these three beauties in the gym are named. Look at her name's Ampere. They're named Nicola, Fleming, and Ampere, which are three famous electromagnetic physicists. Which is a thing that I know a thing or two about, having gone to school for it. Nicola must be named after Tesla. I'm sure y'all know Nikola Tesla. Fleming is John Ambrose Fleming, inventor of the vacuum tube. And fucking Ampere. Yes, and Ampere did many things, but the thing that jumps to mind first is that Ampere's law is named after him, and Ampere's law states that, oh my god, thinking about this while I'm fucking in a Pokemon battle to the death is pretty rough. Ampere's law, flame charge, oh no. Ampere's law states that the curl, or the line interval around a closed loop is proportional of the magnetic field around that closed loop is equal to, or is proportional to, the current moving through the surface enclosed by that loop. Yes, I did it. Ampere's law. What a smart boy I am. Oh my god. It's the ultimate girlfriend. Okay, she's pretty awesome. Okay, the grind is over. Finally, preparations are complete. All that remains now is to go and do the fucking deed. I said before that I thought this was going to be the toughest gym. I said that I was the least prepared. I mean, I don't have any ground Pokemon. I'm not even going in with any ground attacks, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But that was all before Lucas. Now that I've got Lucas, I'm feeling really confident. As long as if Elesa's smart, she won't use Volt Switch. She won't bring out a Pokemon into the toxic spikes, won't let him get poisoned, won't let me just start rolling out Venoshock. But you know what? I don't think she is smart. I think she's gonna panic in the heat of battle and fuck up. And that is gonna be her downfall. Okay. 12. John. And Joseph. You guys wait here. I'll be right back with a fucking whatever badge. Okay, Elesa. This is fucking it. I am gonna, you think you're real clever, naming your little assistants after, famous physicist. Oh, you bet you think you're real neato clever, but you know what? I could make some electric pun about how I'm gonna kill you, but I'm not gonna sink to your level. I'm just gonna pull out a gun and unironically shoot you. No, that's not true. I'm not actually gonna do that. I'm only the Elliot Rodgers of Pokémon. I'm not yet the Elliot Rodgers of people, whatever that would be. Not yet anyway, but soon, very soon. Okay, my heart's pounding. Toxic spikes. No, or should I stockpile first? Alright, gonna start off defensively with one stockpile. Shit! He used Volt Switch right off the bat. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Flaffy. Alright, Flaffy might paralyze me. That's fine. I can live with that. Lucas stockpile. Alright, she's Volt Switching right out the gate. I can't wait anymore. It's time for... Or should I stockpile again? I'm gonna stockpile one more time. I'm gonna play it safe. If I get 2 stockpiles up, I'll be able to tank for quite a while. Oh, Volt switched again. Why? This is not going how I planned it. Great, Emolga. Alright. Now. Toxic spikes. Okay. Now we're on the right track. Are you... She did it again. Alright, Flaffy. This is... Alright. We're a little rocky so far. Alright, swallow, Lucas. You'll be almost at full. Toxic spikes are out. Alright, setup is Whoa. That was a whole bunch. I thought it would only restore half. Thunderwave. Terrible. That's absolutely terrible. But it is what it is. Alright. Toxic spikes are out. Stockpile. Volt switch. Okay. Here we go. Here we fucking go. It's gonna be Emolga, isn't it? Ugh. Useless. Yes, here we go. Who's coming out? Alright, Flaffy, get ready for a fucking Venoshock. Unless I'm paralyzed, which I am. This is how it starts. Should I... Oh, maybe I should... Simply dazzling, huh? Well, if you say so. Should I Venoshock or should I swallow? You know what? I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna swallow. I've got the PP to spare. It looks like I made the right decision. Yes, yes! This is turning out to be a protracted engagement. Wow, she is really happy with that Volt switch. She's just going ham with it, isn't she? Or should I say going mutton? Because Flaffy is a sheep. Stockpile. Has she done anything but Volt switch? Is this what she does? Does she just Volt switch over and over again? She's gonna Volt switch again. If I Venoshock, I'll definitely kill Flaffy. I think I'll one-shot her. But then I'll be in a bad position. Then I'll have to take a Volt switch and then another attack on whatever comes out after Flaffy goes down. And that might kill poor sweet Lucas. Alright. No need to rush just yet. Swallow. I mean, if this keeps up, the Flaffy will eventually just go down from poison damage. I'm gradually falling behind. I'm ending up with a little less health every single time. I go through this vicious cycle. If one of them lands an unlucky crit, it'll throw everything off. But there's no point Venishocking now, it'll just hit Emolga, so stockpile. Drink up, Lucas. Alright, that's my one item. Volt switch, good. Alright, it's time to start Venishocking. How much is this gonna do? Probably not very much. Maybe a quarter? Oh, pretty good. Alright. Again. We're drawing this to a close. Now it's time to make my move and end this once and for all. Hang in there, Lucas. Yeah, you're done, Flaffy. You're fucking done. Okay, now I just have to hope. If she switches out Zebstrika, then Venoshock will do its work. You fell right into my fucking trap! I knew it. I knew she'd fuck up. Get ready for a power 130 stab boosted Zebstrika. Oh, poison. Oh, you fool. You poor, poor fool. It's all over for you. Oh. Oh, that's considerable. Right, a berry. And again. Quick attack. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you even trying? I'm insulted. I'm honestly insulted that it used quick attack. Well, it's got one more round out, and it's fucked. Hyper Potion. Predictable. Paralyzed. Shit. I could use another item. I think that's the right move. Pursuit. You're not even gonna use Flame Charge? Well, your funeral. Nah. Lucas, you're too stockpiled right now. You're invincible. Ugh, a critical hit. It's over. It's fucking over. It all went exactly according to plan. Toxic Spikes will never be as useful again as it was in this battle, so yeah, get rid of Toxic Spikes. And now, it's time for a Sludge Bomb, Emolga. Listen to that triumphant music. The game knows. It's over. There's nothing left to it. I melted her heart. What did I tell you? New girlfriend. You might be a shit trainer who uses Volt Switch even when Toxic Spikes are out, but that's okay. That's okay, Elesa. You don't have to be smart to be my girlfriend. I mean that. I sincerely mean that from the bottom of my heart. I hope you're moved. Oh, it's time for a little blip in the bottom. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now. I mean now. There we go. Look at it. Looks great. Well, all my strategizing paid off. This battle was decided before it even began, because I am a genius. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.
Most Pokemon deserve to die. I'll sacrifice what don't survive. My modus operandi is enacted the day of judgment. With Pokeballs lying in my belt, draped in the cloth of Brunswick's pelts, I conquer all that's in my path. My genocide, all fear my wrath. Nuzlocke.